Guys, back here on the Fox 5 Live Zone. As you can tell, we are having an amazing time. Al Reynolds, now Sylvia, our digital content producer, joining us for all things we are covering right here on Fox 5. We're doing a show, guys. Not too much partying.
Oh, I was joining the party. I was having a good time. I got me wrong lives, though.
I like a good gossip now.
So, Sylvia, there's this one thing called a celebrity lookalike. And
Yes.
I'm really curious because I'd like to know before we end who Al thinks he looks like, celebrity-wise. But then again, you're the celeb.
Oh, wait a minute.
That was such a hard one.
Oh, no, I get it all the
Insinuating who he
time.
truly
I get it all the
is.
time. Without these braids, a lot of people tell me I look like a younger Lionel Richie.
You know
Oh,
what?
I
I
can
could
see
see
that.
So
that.
I hit Lionel Richie up online and I said, hey, can I play your biopic? And your biopic.
There we go.
Let's turn it into
Cash
money.
in some way, yes. So, Guy, you're right on point with that. Celebrity lookalike contests are actually going viral right now. They're taking over the internet in real time. Now, the best versions of these celebrities are showing up to parks or different squares, not just they're happening in New York, San Francisco, London, and we actually have one heading to D.C. this
Ooh.
weekend, actually. And these folks just battle it out to see who looks the most like this celebrity. In this example, what you're looking at is the lead character from The Bear. Everyone showed up in Chicago, actually, and they had their cigarettes and their white shirt and their apron, and there usually is a cash prize attached to this. And of course, battle rights. You can walk around and say that you're the best doppelganger. And some of these stars has actually showed up to the events as well.
Yeah.
Now, this weekend in D.C., it's going to be Jake Kennedy Schlosselberg, who is the JFK's grandson, but also a political commentator, a contributor at Vogue.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so this should be an interesting one.
Producer Chris stopped by yesterday and talked about this as
Did
well.
he?
And I just think this is just so cool, the mere fact that people are actually doing this.
Yes.
And we should do a Lionel Richie one and have you show
Oh,
up.
that'd be a fun one.
I can
That'd
see
be a
too
fun
in my own
one.
head.
I like that. I like that. I like that the crowd gets to vote on this. And, I'm currently
is
sitting
cool.
here thinking, maybe I need to just organize one with some of, the hotties of the celeb world that I think of. So Kobe, Sabrino Bo, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Maybe Idris
Oh, that's
Alba,
right. Okay,
potentially,
yeah. Okay.
maybe a Michael Ealy,
Yeah, we get a theme
Stay
here.
tuned.
You see where she's
I
going.
know, right. Is
Stay
Michael Ealy
tuned.
from the DMV?
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Silver Spring,
Yeah,
Maryland.
Silver
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
beautiful.
see,
Okay,
there you
so
go.
I was thinking for next Friday, people are in town for the holidays, maybe Michael
You should
Ealy.
invite him.
Okay.
Here we go. Stay tuned.
Well, if they don't show up, perhaps they'll just turn on Netflix and either watch themselves or probably not watch a retake of the Tyson Jake Paul fight.
Yes, it's crazy that it's still on there.
Yeah.
Look what's on here. I'm like, I'm not interested in that fight. But, some people are actually interested in it, and that is because Netflix was recently hit with a lawsuit over that big fight that happened. So it was about 60 million households that tuned in, and some people had some buffering issues that happened. People complained about connections, and this lawsuit is basically saying Netflix did not hold up their end of the bargain when it came to having a clear fight stream that everyone could enjoy without any interruption. So this is a $60 million lawsuit that
Wow.
Netflix is actually looking at here.
I mean, it makes sense to me because I missed the whole Tyson buttocks out.
Oh,
because of
really?
the buffering.
Oh, my goodness.
So
and they
think-
never
I
take
think
it back.
I should get $1 million for
Yeah,
missing that.
there we go. You might be able to file your grievance.
Exactly. If you're going to make a class action, I know.
What if they give you $50,000 and a half a cheek?
I'll take it.
It's better than being
we are
empty-handed.
bad. We are bad here on a Thursday.
And it's only Thursday. This is giving Friday energy.
Did you believe he was naked like that? I was like,
I kept seeing
when
that all over my
When my
timeline.
television came back on, all I saw were cheeks, and I was like, what in the world
How is
is
this allowed?
Netflix doing? There are kids watching this.
Yeah, well, the
Literally,
ratings
that's a good point.
spiked
Yeah.
during that.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Really interesting, though. $60 million. I would expect them to maybe settle, and yet again, I wonder how much money that person
Yeah.
will walk away with.
Yeah,
So,
and this is also interesting, especially because we know that those doubleheader games are happening that are going to be
Right.
on Netflix, and then we have the
Right.
Beyonce, I like to call Beyonce-Chella, that's going to be taking place as well. So hopefully Netflix can work out these kinks ahead of Christmas.
All right. We got 2 minutes left. Let's get to the Coachella lineup.
Yes, the Coachella lineup was introduced, and Lady Gaga is basically being the
What?
headliner
Wow.
here. Yes, and then we also have Green Day, who's going to be performing, Post Malone, and Travis Scott as well, which I thought was an interesting one since we
That
saw so much
is.
that happened with his recent performance that he had. I think it was about last year, maybe, and it was a lot of chaos and injuries and things that came about. But hopefully, this will be more of a contained and controlled atmosphere for
You
this
know what's
to
so
take place.
interesting about this guy is that, Lady Gaga has been very vocal about Diddy.
Yeah.
Remember where she said she went to one of, quote, the freak-offs and was told to take her clothes off.
Oh, wow.
I did
she
not
said,
know that.
And
Wow.
she said, no way
Oh, wow.
Jose.
Oh, wow.
Allegedly. That's what I mean. I remember watching that video. Obviously, you know, I covered the Diddy case on my celebrity court of public opinion. So that was one of the things we talked about.
All right.
Wow.
Well, interesting.
That's interesting.
I'm excited to see Travis Scott. You know, believe it or not, I happen to be a fan.
Okay,
So,
come on,
to
guys.
see him return to the headlines, if you will. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
So
should be
good
good,
for
and
him.
hopefully it's streaming somewhere, so you can tune in at home as well.
All right. We're going to